Hello, friends. Today is the 12th day of lockdown. But I won't talk about how is life under the lockdown and how I'm doing and how you guys are doing. Well, I think we have talked enough on that. I'll tell you something else, something other than lockdown and something other than coronavirus. Just prior to this pandemic hit the world and India, I was doing a project on how India travels. When I say how India travels, it's not how I travel or how some privileged people of this country travel. How the majority of our country, say around 90% of people that comprise around 100 crore people out of this 133 crore population, they travel. They travel mostly in trains, sleeper classes, unreserved classes, buses. Some of them even walk because they can't afford the fare that they are supposed to pay to travel in these trains or buses. So just a few weeks back, the many travels I made. During one of the travel, I met a person. In fact, I met a family. He was a businessman from the state of Chhattisgarh, a very small place you may not have heard, called Kurud. He was coming from Hisar in Haryana after visiting his religious guru, Rampal's ashram, Satlok ashram in Hisar. You remember this ashram owned by the self-declared spiritual guru Rampal was in news in November 2014 when more than 2,000 Haryana police commandos they seized that Satlok ashram, and that went on for almost 10 days before this guy Rampal was arrested. More than 300 people got injured. Out of them, there were 100 odd policemen. Well, when I talked to this guy who was accompanied by his brother and some more people, in fact, half the compartment was occupied by the supporters of Rampal. And this guy also, he was traveling with his family, his young wife and three daughters. The eldest was only 11 and the next was 8 years and the third was around 5 and there was a newborn boy. So they all were coming from Hisar after spending a week or so. And the guy really looked possessed. I was just trying to understand what lies inside these people who support these such a kind of religious gurus who don't hesitate to call themselves God. In fact, this guy Rampal also calls the incarnation of Kabir. And I spent a couple of hours with this guy listening to him, and in fact, he also tried to convince him that you must read the scriptures written to eulogize Rampal, and some of them I thought I saw on TV screens when that siege was going on in Hisar, and they were all fanatic people, all possessed, and they won't hear anything against their guru. But one thing which got me and made me thinking, of course, this guy had his own reasons to support somebody as notorious, if I say so, as Rampal, because currently Rampal is imprisoned in jail after being convicted of a murder. In fact, in 2014, the police went to arrest him when his supporters protested, and that incident happened. So, when I looked at this guy, I thought that, like when we hear stories about other gurus like Asaram, Ram Rahim, and so many of the same ilk, like how they basically use their disciples. They take their money. In fact, they do every kind of nasty things. In fact, well, I mean, you name a kind of crime which these gurus don't commit. Well, they commit all kinds of crimes, right from stealing, robbery, murder, rape, molestation, everything. So I really felt very pity for these three girls, and I imagine what would have happened. I mean, how this guy really use the disciples, and well, even in 2020, we have such people who are our fellow countrymen, and who listen to such gurus, and well, they get used by these people, but they don't understand. And well, in fact, I also recorded the video while talking to this man from Kurud, Chhattisgarh. So along with this report, you may find that video, and you'll have an idea that what lies inside the minds of a typical supporter of such spiritual gurus. Well, that's for today. Thank you very much. Well, and take a good care of yourself. Thank you.